I drove into the desert because I wanted to watch a meteor shower. After years in the Air Force, I still love looking at the night sky. The desert south of Alamogordo was perfect for it. Dark, isolated, and far from the city lights. I parked my car on a dirt road, shut off the engine, and leaned back to watch the stars. For a while, everything was normal. Meteors streaked overhead. The air was warm. The desert was silent. Then I saw a light moving low across the horizon. At first, I assumed it was an aircraft, but it wasn't blinking. And it wasn't following any flight path I recognised. The light grew brighter. It moved directly towards me. I sat upright. As it approached, I realised it wasn't a point of light at all. It was an object, dish-shaped, glowing orange, white, and completely silent. It stopped perhaps a few hundred feet away, hovering, no sound, no visible exhaust, nothing. The military training kicked in. I tried to estimate its size, altitude, and speed. Before I could, the object suddenly shot upwards. Not like an airplane climbing. It simply accelerated into the sky with impossible speed. I remember staring after it. Then everything went black. The next thing I knew, I was sitting in my car. The engine was off. The desert was still quiet. For a moment, I thought only a few minutes had passed. Then I looked at my watch. 4 hours were gone. I had arrived shortly before midnight. Now it was almost 4 in the morning. I had no memory of those missing hours. As I started the car, I noticed something else. My neck hurt, like really badly. I reached up and felt tenderness along the side of it. When I got home and looked in the mirror, I found a small red mark I couldn't explain. I tried to dismiss it. Maybe I had fallen asleep in an awkward position. Maybe I had scratched myself. But the missing time bothered me. 4 hours doesn't simply disappear. Then there's the dreams. Over the following weeks, the dreams began. At least, I thought they were dreams. I would wake with fragments of images. A bright circular room, small figures with large dark eyes, a table beneath intense white light, the sensation of floating, a humming vibration that seemed to come from inside my body. Each dream ended the same way. I would see a face leaning over me. Then I'd wake up gasping. Months later, whilst discussing the incident with a researcher, something unexpected happened. A memory surfaced. Not gradually, all at once. I remembered standing outside my car, the craft hovering nearby, a beam of light descending around me, and figures approaching through it. I remembered trying to run. I remember my legs refusing to move, and I remembered being lifted. Inside the craft, the air felt cool and dry. The walls curved smoothly, without visible joints. 3 beings stood around me. They were short, perhaps 4 feet tall, with thin bodies and oversized heads. Their eyes were black and reflective. No mouths moved, yet I understood them. Not through words, through thoughts. The message was simple. Do not be afraid. Oddly, that made me more afraid. They placed me on a narrow platform. Instruments moved above me. I couldn't identify any of them. One touched my neck, the same place that later bore the red mark. I felt a brief, sharp sensation, then warmth spreading through my body. I demanded to know who they were, but I got no answer. Only images, stars, planets, vast distances, and a feeling like they regarded Earth the way a scientist might regard a remote island. Interesting, important, but it wasn't central. The last thing I remembered was standing beside my car again. The craft rose silently into the sky. A moment later, it vanished. Then came the blackout. Waking in the driver's seat 4 hours later. Afterwards, people often ask whether I believe I was abducted. So I tell them this. I know I saw an unidentified object. I know 4 hours of my life disappeared. I know I developed an unexplained mark on my neck. And I know memories emerged later that felt more real than ordinary dreams. Could there be a conventional explanation? Possibly. I've spent years hoping there is. But every time I think about the desert night, one question returns. If I simply fell asleep under the stars, where did the 4 hours go?
Like what you heard? Hit subscribe and like the video for more stories every Thursday and Sunday between 1800 and 2000 BST. And remember, curiosity opens doors better left closed.